Hello, welcome back. I'm Valerie Turner with Valerie Turner Tarot. Thank you so much for being here today. So today's reading is, how does my soulmate view me? What does he think of me at his quiet moments? Here's your stack of cards, so let's go through them. If this resonates, please subscribe. I'm so happy you're here. Thank you. So let's take a look here. First to start, we have Ace of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Knight of Swords. Let's scooch all these over. Seven of Pentacles, and the Death card. Okay, let's start with the Ace of Swords. This person is currently going through the idea of a new point of view entering into their mind. They're trying to see all the relationships really that they've had in the past from a different point of view, a different angle, and for each person they're thinking of breakthroughs. They're thinking of what they learned from that person and what they could have done differently, and they're thinking of all the good and the bad that happened. But particularly with your connection, this person remembers how they cut you down. And they're trying to solve that. And what they're trying to solve is they're trying to solve the question why. Because they cared for you very, very much. And so they're really trying to figure out, why did I have a tendency to cut this person down? They're working on ownership of that issue with themselves. And this person, I really feel like their biggest fear is being unnoticed. That's really their biggest fear. They have loneliness and they feel like their life is going to cycle through, and toward the end they're going to feel unnoticed. So your person is working through quite a bit right now. And this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy as well. Doesn't have to be, but... So then we have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy with the Five of Pentacles. And part of what the struggle is with your person right now is they feel insecure. There's insecurities going on. There's self-doubt. They're trying very hard to come out of an energy of depression. But I really feel like that they have a lot of hope and they have a lot of strength, because they are seeing how they were mistreating people. And so their darkest moments here, they're trying to get themselves out of a depression and work on themselves to move forward. So to answer your question so far, what does my person think of me when they're at their quiet moments? They're thinking how they cut you down, how sorry they feel and depressed about that they feel. And they're doing their very best right now to move forward. And I see that with the Three of Wands. They're really in a time of contemplation. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're very much wanting to do good. To do good. That's what I really see here. They want to do good. Because I know they really haven't been that person in the past. And so I always think of this card as choices, chances, and changes. And as they look out upon their life, this is how I read this card, is they say, you know, I must make a choice and I must take a chance or my life will never change. So that is the energy they're in right now. Moving on to the Knight of Swords. You know, they want to live their best life. It's within them. It is so within them, this energy and this vibrancy and this gift of giving. It's buried very deep. I feel this person has things from the past. I don't necessarily think this is a childhood hurt. I think this is a past relationship hurt before you. And they really want to show the world who they really are. And when you look at this card, you can see that this person is not unnoticed. They are very noticed. And that's who they want to be, because their biggest fear is being unnoticed. Then we move to the Seven of Pentacles. And that is a perfect example how we're progressing forward. Then they are working on themselves. They no longer want to be doing the same thing day after day and being the same person day after day. And they want to take ownership of who they've been and take ownership of who they can be. They're practicing forgiveness, not only to others, but to mainly themselves. They want to forgive themselves. They really want your forgiveness. They feel badly. They feel badly with how things ended. And lastly, we have the Death card. You know, they look back on the relationship, your person, and they realize that you guys were at points not compatible. But this person did not really want to try to make things super compatible. In the past, they've been someone who just felt like things should come together under their terms. It should just work on their terms. And they're realizing, you know, they have to make a change. They have to make choices and take chances on themselves in order to change, to realize that the world does not revolve around them. And their biggest fear of being unnoticed, they've felt like that they've had to take a selfish point of view. But now they're contemplating that, and they're holding back, and they're reviewing this past relationship with a new point of view. So something that casted a negative weight on this particular relationship, the one that you're here for today, that you're listening to, what casted a negative energy on this is relinquish. I choose to quit over being ruined. So this person absolutely wants to bow out first before they feel like their heart and their life has been ruined. They would rather be the person that says, I will leave, I will move on, I will find someone else. Because deep down inside, there's something in them that is so fearful of being deeply hurt. And one of the things that they so need is they need to be noticed. And it didn't go the way they planned, but they're working on themselves. And the hope for this relationship going forward is rainbow of hope. So when this person thinks of you, number one, they think of how bright you made their life, how full of warmth and love and smiles that you attempted to bring to this person's life. Deep down inside, they have the hope that they can come forward with the best life that they have available now and bring that to you, because they know that you tried with everything you have to give that to them. And this is who they want to be. They want to be noticed for the changes that they've made in themselves and who they really truly can be. And they really want to show that off to you. They want to say, hey, I know I cut you down. I know that I could have been more willing to understand your side of the relationship without a big wall in front of me. And they have nothing but, when you see a rainbow of hope, you really think love. They have nothing but love for you deep down. This is at a point where they wouldn't even acknowledge it now, but in a quiet spot within them, they have a ball of love for you that, honestly, it just will never die. This will never die. This is a very strong connection. As far as the music tied into what your person is feeling and that connection with you, if you or your person were to hear the song She's Got Away by Billy Joel, they would instantly think of you, and they would think positive thoughts. She comes to me when I'm feeling down, inspires me without a sound. She touches me and I get turned around. She's got a way of showing how I make her feel, and I find the strength to keep on going. She's got a way. And I truly feel more connected to this reading today because what I'm hearing is she comes to me when I'm feeling down. When he is at his darkest moments, and he's trying to work on himself, and he no longer wants to be the person that he has been in the past, and he wants to practice forgiveness. Your picture or your image lights up his heart like a rainbow of hope, and that turns him around. This relationship, I really feel, changed him. It changed who he was on such a deep level that's really, truly undefinable to him on how to express that. And if he has not reached out, I think it's because he has not been able to really, like I said, define the right words of the magnitude of how you brought this light and hope and energy and happiness into his life. He knows where his shortcomings are, but he does not know how to express that to you. Okay, your soul card today is Divine Animals. And so a little bit more information on divine animals and what your soul card and your soul energy is trying to tell you today is the importance of soul companions on your journey. Spend time with your pet or in the company of any animal that you feel their light improves your life. We all create different containers for our soul experiences depending on our individual desires and dreams. Humans and their experiences are so important, and that connection with another animal. That is why our influence and creations are wide-reaching. However, this also makes it easier for us to split and stray away from our hearts. Animals reflect the divine love that we are. When we are around animals, it is easier to move into alignment, where we can be inspired to grander creations. People often believe they receive unconditional love from an animal, as an animal is more likely to be aligned with its soul instinct and doesn't need to be different to who you are for it to feel loved. So maybe this person has a pet and they're able to connect with the pet, and that brings a sense of release to this person, comfort, and allows them to spend quiet time where they just think of you. And that could be the same vice versa for you too. Your soul work for the week. Draw or write about what animal you would like to be and why. And why this is important to draw or write about what animal you would like to be and why is you can see it on paper. As you're creating, you're releasing energies of negativity and taking those negative energies and putting them in a positive place, where therefore you can go back and you can look at what you wrote and what you created, and you'll be surprised at the information that is mirrored back to you. I think you're going to be really inspired by what you see in front of you. And this is also going to help you to work through the changes that are going on in your life because of this relationship and in the past. This is a relationship that has been very difficult for you to process and understand. And this journal work is imperative to move forward and to have a deeper connection with your soul. As far as my zodiac signs, let's see if we can pick up a zodiac sign that is connecting with this love reading today. Okay. So we have Scorpio, which are very passionate, and Leo, which are very generous. So the Scorpio and the Leo may be very significant. And let's take a look in my key box I'm closing my eyes and I'm digging for a key to give us a little bit more information on what your person is truly thinking of you as you try to understand what's going on, and at the time you're receiving this reading, what energies are going on. Okay, they thought that, and they still think, you are very smart. And that I'm feeling that it's a masculine looking into the past of a feminine, and they were really blown away by how you were able to just open your heart so freely. You would just say what you feel. You did not hold back. And this is a person that judged that in the past, and they couldn't wrap their brain around how someone could just be so free with their thoughts and their feelings. And now they're really starting to understand where you were coming from. They also remember how solid you were, and solid you still are. You're a very trustworthy person. You're someone, if they told you a secret, you could keep it. And I feel like there was a secret that you held or that you knew of that you would never, ever release, because it was so vital that you made it clear to this person that you were trustworthy. And, they see that. They look up upon everything that's happened in their life, and they remember that. They remember that. They also think of your beauty. They never told you how beautiful they thought you were and still are. They never said that. They never said how truly, just on a very, very raw level, how beautiful you are to them. And they wished and hoped that they could have expressed that to you, because they felt it and they saw it. But they just weren't as open with their feelings as you were. As far as charms today, let's see if anything pops up as an important indication on where your person currently is. Okay, so we have a little bunny, and I'm feeling from this particular charm that this person liked to be very playful, and they would say things that were very funny that maybe other people wouldn't get, but you would get it. You would understand it. You would understand the joke. And we have a butterfly, indicating both of you just have to fly free right now. This is your time to fly free. We have a firefly, and that tells me that there was a lot of passion here. And what I'm seeing is passion that was overlooked. You felt a passion, they felt a passion, but it really never came to fruition like it should have. And a seahorse. And what my connection is with the seahorse is that this is a very emotional connection, and that you saw so much beauty and emotion on such a positive level in this person, and they the same. But they were inundated with other issues that really clouded the whole picture. So finally, what does your person want to say to you? This is where they're at. What do they want to say to you right now? So in the mailbox, you have 2 messages from your person. Number 1, my body and my soul need you. So definitely this person was attracted to you physically, but also emotionally. And your second message, I wish I had told you how deep my connection was for you. At times your conclusions were off, and I didn't know how to tell you otherwise. So this person really had a deep connection, or still does have a deep connection for you. They did not know how to express it. They wish they would have expressed it. They're thinking now how they should have expressed it and working through those insecurities they have with themselves. But I wish I had told you how deep my connection was for you. At times your conclusions were off, and I didn't know how to tell you otherwise. And so there was some type of back and forth conversations about how he felt and about how you felt. And there was a break in the communication on how each other really felt about one another. But this person is currently in a position to have a new point of view and a breakthrough. And after contemplating so much, not so much in the energy anymore of cutting others down, but cutting you down. They no longer want to cut you down. My charms for letters. Z, W, G, and U. Z, W, G, and U. And I know this could be initials of you or the initials of the person that you're thinking of today. But when these random letters came out, what came instantly to me is the energy of someone saying, you are such a good woman. Instantly when these came out, you are such a good woman. So this is such a positive message on where your person is right now. And I really feel like that because of the energy they are in and their thoughts of you and the rainbow of hope that they have for the future, you know, their choice to take a chance so things will change is where they're at. And they have hope of all the positive things they see in this key that can unlock their heart. I believe this person will make contact with you when they wrap up their soul contract with themselves. And I really truly believe you are the impression or the imprint that they think of most often. If they're not thinking of work and they're not thinking of the insecurities they're trying to overcome, then they definitely think of you, feminine. Thank you so much. This was a beautiful reading. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.